Hello everyone, Monty here. Tonight I'm gonna make a special dessert. I just did a chat on loving yourself. You know, those of you who followed me know I do like heart-shaped eggs in a hole, heart-shaped frittatas. So this week, since I talked about loving yourself and the importance, I'm gonna do a lot of heart-shaped foods. And I talked about when I made my chocolate banana buckwheat waffles, you can use that same mix for pancakes. You can also use it to make, and I showed you my mini round waffle maker, and each one of those can be the bottom of a dessert, and you could put like fruit and drizzle some PB2. But I also picked up, I'm gonna use my mitts because this thing is really hot. I already preheated it. I bought this heart-shaped waffle maker, but what's really great about this heart-shaped waffle maker is it's got like 5 hearts in here, and you can separate the waffle really easily. They break apart real easy for each heart, so there are 5 hearts. So basically I could make 2 ice cream sandwiches and have one of these hearts left over for a dessert. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're gonna make 2 ice cream sandwiches with the waffles as the sandwich part, and the chocolate banana ice cream that I make with 3 ingredients. I already made the chocolate banana ice cream. In the interest of time, you can go watch my video on how to make chocolate banana ice cream. I'm not gonna show you guys how to make it today. But we're gonna go ahead and show you how to make the waffle, and then when it comes out, I'll show you how to break it apart, and we'll build the ice cream sandwich. And then you could even do something like you can put some, like a strawberry on top, you could drizzle some chocolate PB2 and water on top. You can be very creative with it. But let's just get started. So I always start with the organic buckwheat flour that I buy at Whole Foods. You can also order it online on Amazon. This is the Arrowhead Mills. We start with a quarter, everything's like a quarter cup of the buckwheat flour. Then just a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. I use the 365 brand, the Whole Foods brand baking powder. I forgot my chocolate. Here we go. I forgot the Hershey's unsweetened cocoa. We use 1 tablespoon of this. But since I'm out of tablespoons, they're all in the wash, I'm gonna use 2 half tablespoons. One egg. And I didn't have any fresh bananas, but I had tons of frozen bananas. So I just took the frozen bananas, I threw them in the microwave for 15 seconds, mashed them with a fork, and we're gonna throw that in too, okay? And then what we do is we just mix it up. And it takes a while to mix up. The buckwheat flour has a very strange consistency, but, oh, and I didn't put the water in yet. And then we're gonna do up to a 1/4 cup of water. Now, I also say sometimes to use, I'm gonna do a little bit less than that, to use club soda because it helps it rise more. But I've used water too. Now that looks like the right consistency. I knew something was wrong. And now it's mixing up real good. I've used water and it rises really well. With these being the ice cream sandwiches, we don't need to really concern ourselves with it rising as much. The baking powder will, baking powder, I think I said baking soda. The baking powder will help it rise. And somebody once told me, I don't know if it's a wives' tale about the club soda, but that seemed to work. Okay, so it looks like batter. And I'm gonna get a spatula so I can, just cleaned one here. I'm gonna get a spatula and I'm gonna get some Pam. I should do commercials for Pam, I use so much of it. Extra virgin olive oil spray, and just spray a couple of sprays. And then we're going to take the batter and you cook it for 3 minutes, that's all it needs. And then we'll take the waffle out and I'll show you how we build the sandwich. And you wanna make sure because this is a pretty big waffle, you spread it all out nice and evenly throughout the whole thing. You don't want to put too much because you don't want it to get too big. That looks good. I don't have to scrape every last bit. That's a perfect amount. And we're gonna close it. And Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so Wait 3 minutes, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna use the mitts. I'm not gonna show you how, I'm sure you can figure out how to take it out with the mitts. Just turn it upside down. I put like a paper towel on top of one of these, turn it upside down onto the paper towel, and I'm gonna let it cool, and I'll put it on a plate, and then show you how we're gonna make the ice cream sandwiches. Okay guys, I took again, I want to just explain to you real carefully because I burned myself on these waffle makers several times. They're little and they get very hot. I didn't mention that this brand is the Kalorik. It's K-A-L-O-R-I-K. Again, K-A-L-O-R-I-K, heart-shaped waffle. You can go look it up, waffle iron. You can go look it up on Amazon. I think that's what I bought it for, like $23. When the waffle was ready in 3 minutes, I took the waffle maker in one hand. I opened it up. I took the waffle maker in one hand, turned it over, and that top is gonna swing, so you have to be careful. And I put a paper towel over here and put it, and just tipped it, it popped right out into my hand, and then put it on the plate, and I let it cool. Just wanna tell you what I did. Be very careful, because I burned myself so many times in the beginning. I love these little shears, you know, these little shears you can use for little kitchen shears. And if you can see, let me hold this up so I can show you. There are little ridges on each of the hearts. I just cut along the ridges. It's like unbelievable. It's like it was made to show you where to cut. And you just cut along the ridges. Now this would be a great thing to do with your kid. Can you imagine making heart-shaped ice cream sandwiches with your kid? I mean, cooking, it's like an arts and craft thing. I always say cooking is like an arts and craft things with your kids. So while we're quarantined, you know, wouldn't it be great to cook all these great things with your kids? And I think there's no better gift you can give your kid than the gift of health and healthy habits. So all this stuff is so nutritious. I don't use any refined sugars in my cooking, all healthy, mostly organic ingredients. And because I'm a little neurotic, I'm gonna cut it just so it's all even. There's a couple little pieces there, and of course I'm gonna eat it. Okay, so I forgot to calculate the calories, but I think each one of these ice cream sandwiches is gonna be like 150 calories, not even, like maybe 100 calories. But I'll calculate it when I post a picture of the ice cream sandwiches and tell you how much each ice cream sandwich is. So we got 5 of these little hearts, and one I'm not gonna use, and I'm not gonna eat because I'm gonna calculate it based upon the 4 pieces, the calories. I'm even gonna get real fancy and put them on a heart-shaped plate. It's all about loving yourself. And I'm making 2, but I'm by myself. I'll eat 2. I'll eat both of them tonight because I got lots of calories left over, and I may have a glass of wine with it too. I worked out, I worked the whole day, I didn't eat a lot of calories, so I'm good. Now I made my chocolate banana ice cream, 3-ingredient chocolate banana ice cream. It's just bananas, Hershey's unsweetened cocoa powder, frozen bananas in a blender with Hershey's unsweetened dark cocoa and some cashew milk. The recipe is on my Instagram page. It's also on my YouTube channel. Just put Monty Kingstone in the search bar on YouTube, and you'll see all my videos. So I'm not gonna teach you how to make the chocolate banana ice cream. So all you wanna do is just scoop out some of this ice cream, because it's still soft. I just made it, and it was only in the refrigerator half an hour. To get it really hard, it's gotta be in the refrigerator over an hour, so I'm not gonna eat this for an hour. Ooh, it's really soft. And then we're just gonna spread some of this on there. And then we're gonna put the top on. How simple is that, right? And I'm gonna eat this other ice cream while this is hardening up. And you can clean the plate up later. Actually, if I was making this for somebody was here, I put this on a different plate before I plated it on my heart-shaped plate. So that's a mistake I made. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the other one. I think I'm gonna put this other one on a different plate, so when I take a picture, let me get another plate, I can put it on the heart-shaped plate. See it will look beautiful. Now finding, right now while we're quarantined, finding space in the freezer is gonna be challenging, but I'll figure it out. Actually, I have some ice cubes in the ice bags in the refrigerator, which I'll never use. So I'll probably get rid of those so I can plop these babies in. And then just put another one on top. Oops, I almost did the same thing again. And then we can clean up those edges a little bit later. And that's how simple it is to make the sandwich. We're gonna pop, you can see, we're gonna pop those in the freezer for about an hour, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, our heart-shaped ice cream sandwiches are done, and they look so good. There you go, guys. It's about 125 calories approximately for each one. You can calculate yourself when you make it. That is so good. My chocolate banana ice cream in between two buckwheat chocolate banana heart-shaped waffles. That is so good. Well, sorry for being rude and talking with my mouth full, but I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll be talking to you soon.